Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. First of all, you guys know the drill. If you guys could please smash that like button, I'd really appreciate it. If you guys could leave a comment down below, even better. Super helps the channel out. I cannot stress that enough. It is Friday. It's actually the afternoon. It's not bright and early, but we are back in the shop. We are getting ready to close up the day, but I just wanted to do an update with you guys. First of all, I'm gonna dip outside here. I have a tailgate for that Ram truck finished and waiting for the customer to pick up, but as you can see, it looks really good. We went ahead and there's a couple bugs on it and stuff, but we did apply the 4x4 emblem as well as the Ram emblem, but we got the latch back in there, hardware, it's looking good, should pop right on the truck, nothing crazy, but we are going to dip back in the shop. He should be here at any point. The right-hand drive turbo Civic Coupe, I did stay a little bit late last night and I did get the front lip and the rear canards painted. Now you can see I've already had some time to go ahead and install the front lip. Mikey did a killer job on the fitment. He did have to do some shaving, but you can see we just did 3M double back tape in the center to hold the center. We used a plastic adhesion promoter as well, so that thing is not going to go anywhere. On the end, we just went ahead and once we had it the right height to make sure it was level, as soon as we were happy and satisfied, I went ahead and sunk a couple small pilot holes and went ahead and screwed in some self-tapping screws. They're black so they don't rust, but overall super happy with how it looks. Super clean, really pumped. I know it's kind of hard to see, but super happy with how it came out. Now the rear canards, you can see I don't have those on. Last night when I was painting them, I actually had a little bit of an issue. They wanted to fisheye and react on me right away, and I fought it the whole way through, tried to color them out hoping that you wouldn't see it, but when I was said and done, they just didn't look good enough, and there was no reason to rush and get them on. So for now they're not going on, but I did have to paint a bumper for 2010 Infiniti G37 today. So when I was in there, I went ahead and re-prepped the rear canards and went ahead and coated those and cleared them at the same time as that bumper. So let's dip inside the spray booth. I literally just got done spraying about 30 minutes ago, so everything's still wet, so I can't touch. So we got to be careful, but here they are. Now you can still see a little bit of the dimpling from the fisheye that I was fighting the first time, but I didn't want to completely strip them. They are down low on the car, and they will be one of the first parts to get the dirtiest, so I'm not too worried about it, but they look really good compared to what they did this morning. So no big deal. Was able to recoat them, and they look 100 times better. Really happy with them now. So we'll probably have to wait till first thing Monday morning. We'll go ahead and get these off the stand and we'll get them mounted and installed. They should only take about 15 to 20 minutes or so to install. Now here is the replacement bumper cover for the 2010 Infiniti G37 Coupe. That'll be coming in on Tuesday. I'm gonna have Mikey replace the front bumper. We got bumper brackets, we have a new grille, and we also have the LED headlights as well. That will be installing. It kind of look a smoked out. We also have the bumper brackets and everything in there because everything is tweaked a little bit currently on this car. So when we get it all apart, we're gonna have to do a little bit of straightening on the steel that's existing. Install the new plastic bumper retainer brackets, and then install the headlights, and of course the new bumper grille, and hopefully everything looks really good, and I'm positive that it will. And I'm sure the bumper will be the best looking part of his car, and I'm sure he'll be wanting to proceed forward and doing like a lip that matches, and as well as maybe some side skirts and a rear lip as well. Also in the shop, we have a good buddy of mine, Shawn'S. He just dropped off his 94 Honda Civic Coupe. It's an EJ1. It's a made in Canada model, so it actually is a Civic SI. In the States, they were EX models, but in Canada, they were sold as an SI model because it did have all the power options as well as the sunroof. Now, if you look, it's got multiple colors on the outside. We're not painting the car right now. At some point we will be painting the car, but right now that is not the main focus. Right now this thing had to get trailered in, and that's because we have no engines. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and stick the prop up. He has a replacement hood. He did the, shoot, I can't remember that, bonsai or whatever they call that hood, that style. He went ahead and welded that up. So we are going to apply a little bit of seam sealer after flattening the original flange of the hood up. We'll apply some seam sealer across this seam so we don't get any water or moisture and rust in there. He also got some good replacement OEM fenders. They're in really good shape. They do have a couple dings on them, but easy fix. But so first thing Monday, we're gonna go blow this car apart. We're gonna take the hood off, the hinges, left, right fender. We're gonna take the booster out of the way. We're gonna get all the nuts, hardware, plastic plugs, all that stuff. We're gonna get that up and out of the way. He already did a really good job at cleaning and degreasing it before it came in, so it's nice and dry for me. We're gonna do a little bit of straightening on the core support between Monday and Tuesday. We got a little bit of damage down there. I didn't promise I'm perfect on the core support because there's no way to really make it perfect unless we drill a spot weld and replace that core support. But we are gonna take the rebar off. You can see it's a white rebar. He's gonna get a new bumper, but this is an OEM bumper that we're using for fitment for now. The hood kind of overshoots the core support a little bit in the bumper, so we are gonna do a little bit of porta power work and straighten this core support up. And it needs to be not only pushed out on the passenger side, but it needs to be rotated upwards as well. That latch should be about almost vertical. We're gonna be stripping the Honda of Canada decal. He can get a new one of those. We are gonna keep the SRS decal in place. He's gonna be able to get a new under hood decal as well from there, from Resto Tuner. So we're gonna get the fender jams, the under hood jam, the bumper rebar, the core support, the entire engine compartment prepped and ready for paint. We are gonna go factory Milano red. It's R81 is the paint code. So we are gonna do epoxy primer. We're gonna coat it with a few coats of Milano R81 red, and then we will be bearing it in a high quality clear coat, as well as his battery tray as well. And this thing will be just shining. And at that point, he can permanently install his fenders, his hood, latch, the wiring. He can throw his engine in there permanently. He doesn't have to take anything apart again. Even when it comes back later for paint, nothing will have to be taken off the car. The fenders can stay intact. You won't open up the doors and see blue on the fender. You won't pop the hood and see blue here. It'll all be painted. All the edges will be coated. Of course, the exterior part for now will still be green, but the under hood will finally be finished, and he'll have something to do on his weekends and time before we're still in winter here. But hopefully by spring he can get the motor all in, everything hooked up, get the last few things that he needs, and gets this thing put together so maybe he can enjoy the car spring and summertime, and then maybe this fall he'll bring it back. We'll go ahead and refinish the exterior to match. But for now, if we get the engine bay painted, he can move forward with this project and finally get everything kind of intact. He can get the engine in and finally move forward with all that stuff. We also have a bumper for a 2017 Honda Civic. This is a return customer of mine. She actually got in a fender bender this last summer, and I did a repair on her front bumper, but she got another fender bender just a couple weeks back, and she came in and her bumper's toast, so we had to go ahead, order a replacement. We also have a replacement fog light bezel, and it's already gloss black. As you can see, I don't want to take the wrapping off because it's in really good shape and I don't want to scratch it. She also busted her fog light, so we have new fog lights that should be here by the end of the day, but we do got to get this painted in metallic blue. I'm going to try to squeeze that in at some point next week, probably Tuesday or something. I'll try to make sure that that's prepped in the booth, ready to go, and we'll get that painted. And not sure when I'll schedule her to come in because the main focus next week is to get this prepped, core support straightened as much as we can, get it in the booth, blown off, masked, wiped down. We're gonna get it refinished. That way he can come by Friday. He can install his hood fenders, square them up as good as he can, put the latch back in, close the hood, and get it back on the trailer and get it back to his shop. So super pumped. So yeah, get excited, guys. Monday, I'm gonna go ahead and install those rear diffusers as quick as possible, first thing in the morning. I'll try to give you guys an update, of course, but get excited. I'm super pumped. The coupe is almost done. I just have a couple little things that I want to do to it, and then I'm good. There's nothing else I'm going to change to it. Possibly very subtle little upgrades and accessories and parts. If anything ever happens to the engine, of course I'll probably rebuild it, but it'll always be Turbo B series most likely. So anyways, get excited. It's the weekend. All you guys have a great weekend. I appreciate all you guys for subscribing. Like the video, really helps. Leave a comment down below, lets me know who's watching. I appreciate everybody that is watching. I appreciate all the feedback. Ask any questions if you have to. I'll answer everything to the best of my knowledge. Anyways, like, comment, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.
Ooh, like LeBron, though, or like Lonzo. Ooh, I'm a baller, yeah, shot caller, yeah. They love me, you can't touch me, nah, can't trust me. I'm too lucky. Look at me, look at you, what you see, what you do.